Good morning, YouTube. Eric Weaver here, Sea Smoke Pipes and Pottery. And today I thought I would do a quick video on some estate pipes that I just got. Trying to do some more videos, I think. Try to get into a rhythm. But this morning I am smoking a Weber Blackthorn Lavat, shape number 040. Nice pipe. I really like these pipes when I can find them on the estate market. I usually snap them up if the price is reasonable. They really have a nice deep blast on them. They're great for just an old American factory made pipe. Alright, let's jump into it, huh? I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I wanted to share with you a recent estate purchase that I came across. I buy estate pipes every now and again. I don't hunt them every day or anything, but I keep an eye out, you know, on eBay and locally and pretty much wherever to see what happens to come up. So I got a lot of 11 pipes, and a little bit of the background story. This was an online auction, or buy it now, but the pictures were terrible. It only listed one of the pipes by brand name, but it did not show any of the stamping in the pictures. It was all black and shadowy, and you know, looked like basically just a bunch of junk. You couldn't make anything out in the pictures, but I was curious. So I sent the seller a message asking for a couple additional photos, and then I made an offer and got it for what I think was a reasonable price. I'm not going to tell you how much, but a reasonable price for sure for what I got, and I think it's worth sharing. So let's get into it. I really didn't know what most of these were. I could see a couple that I had an idea of, and one in particular, but I thought I'd take a chance, and pretty happy with this. I'll be able to keep one or two of them, and I'll probably sell the rest off and make my money back. So the first pipe is kind of an interesting one. So this is a very black in color pipe with etched shamrocks and an Irish harp and wolf, or a wolfhound or dog on the front. Sterling silver original band that also has etched shamrocks in it. An old black ebonite stem, not amber, but black ebonite. It also has a bone tenon, and it's very tight. I removed it to look at it, and it does come out, but I don't want to mess with it too much more. This pipe is damaged. There is a split starting on the, you probably can't see, but on the front of the bowl and the back of the bowl. So the bowl is starting to split. But what's interesting about this pipe while researching it is that it is a WHC pipe, and there's the hallmark is on the silver band. So I was looking that up, and apparently that is a company that first registered their silver hallmark in 1881. Other internet sources, which there's not a lot of information on the internet about them, says that they started producing pipes in 1888. Since this has a bone tenon in it, I'm going to date this pipe pretty much anywhere from 1890 to, I don't know, 1920, just taking a guess. And also I believe that this is bog oak morta. I think this is a very early morta pipe. I did see one other example on pipesmagazine.com forums with a WHC pipe with a black wood bog oak stumble. That one had a amber stem. But really cool looking pipe, you know, more of a display piece. It probably could be smoked, but who knows if these splits will get worse. Maybe it could be reinforced with a little bit of wire or something around the band, the bulldog band. But very cool. I'll probably sell this one off just for someone who wants to use it as a display or something. But pretty neat pipe. So that's WHC, which apparently stands for, I think, William Henry Carrington Company. They were out of England, and supposedly they were in business for around a century, although the only pictures I see of their pipes are pretty early, like from the late 1800s, early 1900s. So very old pipe, interesting, cool looking. But yeah, more of a display piece, or someone with an interest in all things Irish. So that was kind of an interesting piece. I didn't know what that one was when I took the picture. And then we're going to jump right into the best pipe of the lot. And there it is, right there. That's right, the white dot. So we have here is a Dunhill shell in really nice condition. Some stem oxidation, a little bit of denting in the stem. But this is a Dunhill shell patent era pipe. This dates from 1950. It is a group 4. The patent number is 417574/34. Has a 0 date code after the made in England, which puts it at 1950, and it is stamped a group 4. So 1950, 1951 are the first years that they actually put a group size on Dunhill shell. So that makes it kind of an interesting pipe. It also has stamped on it the letter R and then F/T for fishtail. The R is actually an older shape code that they used. They weren't using numbers at this time. For a little while they used a letter code, and R was for the pot shape. So that is a very nice pipe. That's the one that I could see on the picture, but I wasn't quite, the pictures were bad, but I was able to snag that one, and that's probably one that will be staying with me in my collection at least for a while. All right. Then what do we have here? And we have this pipe here, which, as you can see from the crazy rustication, and if you take into account the age of the other pipes that I got, this is a custom built, and it does have the custom built logo on it, but it is very faint. It's almost worn off, but you can see it if you hold it at an angle. And the bottom it says imported Brier. So we got a nice custom built saddle bit billiard in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. That'll probably be a good smoker, but that's one I'm probably going to be selling to recoup my costs. Third pipe is also a very interesting pipe. Take a look at this thing. Looks like a tree stump. See that? Smokes like this. There is nomenclature on the bottom, and it says 103 rustic Cecini made in England. And it has 2 dots duplicated on each side of the stem. So this is a Cecini 2-dot. Very interesting stump pipe. Doing a little research, I found a few examples of this, but not a lot. So I think it's a little bit rare. I'm not sure on the value of this, but or the age. I would guess between probably 1935 and in the early 50s, but I can't say for sure yet. I need to do more research. But it is in very good shape, and it is certainly unique, very cool. I haven't really seen many like that, especially ones that are a definite Cecini. So that's an interesting little pickup. Again, I had no idea what that was when I bought this lot. I thought it was just like a no-name cheapo kind of weird pipe that you see often thrown in in estate pipe lots. Third pipe is kind of another interesting pipe to me. So take a look at that. All right, bent billiard with a straight stem. This is a Peterson product, okay? It also is in the Captain Peterson line, which dates it from before 1960. They stopped making these after 1960. Another interesting thing about this is this pipe was actually made in England, not Ireland. So for a little while they made these pipes in England as well. The stem, you may think that this is not the original stem, but it is. And it has a little C. You can barely see it, but it has a little C in a circle on the stem. And that's what was on these pipes. Now, why is it straight like that? I have no idea. But in college, I had a college professor who had a Peterson. And I remember talking to him one day while he was smoking it, and he had a Peterson, and it wasn't one of these Captain Petersons, but it was the same deal where it was a bent stummel, but the stem was straight out and it had no bend. And I asked him, I said, is that a replacement stem? He said, no, this is how I bought it. I haven't seen it very often, and I don't know why they would do that exactly, but still pretty cool. Pretty big pipe, kind of neat. You know, looks like it's got a couple fills in it, but pretty interesting, especially to a Peterson collector. Definitely unique. And it's getting a bit of age on it. Nextly, we have another Peterson. No stem with this one, missing the stem. This one on the shank cap says K&P Peterson Dublin, and on the stummel itself it only says Irish made. There's no other hallmark or stamping on it, and it would have been a military mount. The cap is loose, so I'm gonna probably be re-gluing that on. Maybe I'll make a replacement stem, or maybe I'll just sell it as is. I don't know, but still not a bad little pipe. All right, what do we have next here? Here we go. Here is a saddle bit billiard. Has a little shield with a diagonal slash across it. This one does have a bite mark in the stem, a little hole starting. On the bottom, it says Old England 771 SR, London made in England. It's a rusticated pipe, not sandblasted. So this was actually made by Cesta as well, as pretty much, I guess, one of their top tier seconds brands that they did. So yeah, that's not too bad. Looks like a pretty smokable pipe. There is that little hole in the stem, but someone can fix that up. I don't generally fix those, but I know people know how. So that wasn't a bad pickup. And then the rest of them are kind of nothing too fancy at all. But here we have a Cesta made in France, aged Algerian Brier. This pipe is in okay shape. As far as the brand, can't really find anything too interesting about it, but it is a nice shape. I like that nice Prince shape. Looks like a comfortable smoker. Feels solid in the hand. And it's not in horrible condition. Then we have a Emperor rusticated billiard. This one has a missing section of the stem. So this one's in a little bit of rough shape. I'll probably just throw that in a lot and sell it off eventually. Then we have this another rusticated kind of blob of a bastard billiard. Well, not billiard. I don't know. It's got a diamond shank like a bulldog. This one says Kensington, from what I can make out anyway. Kensington, Idonma, I don't know what that means. Something in England. So some sort of Kensington made in England, but the stamping is obscured and there's no stem, so that's just a box filler. And then we got another, nothing special, just imported Brier, no stem pipe. It is a sitter, kind of a skater style, sort of. Has a piece of wood dowel stuck in the mortise, so whatever. So anyway, all in all, I thought that wasn't a bad score, especially for what I paid for it. And I got the pipe that I was really after in that lot. I was lucky enough to snag that baby out of there, so I'm gonna do a little sanitizing and whatnot. It also has the original inner tube with a patent number on the inner tube, and lucky me, it's not stuck in place, so I can just remove this and set it aside, because I won't smoke this pipe with it in there. I don't care for stingers or inner tubes of any sort, but I will definitely hang on to this and label it with the pipe. So if I ever do sell it, it will be sold with that, because it's an original piece and important to the story. But yeah, very cool. Nice sandblasted pot, decent thickness on the walls, and a patent number, which I like. So anyway, I know this is kind of a longer video. I hope everyone's doing well, and hopefully some people were interested in that. And you know, you can still find a deal once in a while if you do your homework and know things to look for and are willing to ask for more pictures and make offers on things. So keep looking, keep learning, keep having fun. Happy smokes. Have a great day. Bye now.